This is the 2023 Dodge Hornet. It's my first chance to take a look at one. I'm sure some of you have probably already seen these out on the internet here on YouTube before, but there are three trim levels available: the RT, or excuse me, the GT, the GT Plus, and the RT plug-in hybrid. This is the GT model that we're going to be taking a look at today. And for what we have here, you're going to have a sticker price of $29,995. Starting out here on the front end, one thing you're going to notice is the shapeliness of the hood. And you do have, well, a partially active vent right here, just this little area right here that does actually allow air in or out, kind of acting as a heat extractor. You're going to see some very nice lines. That's the thing I like about being under the lights here as we are. The lines kind of working their way down to accentuate the partial vent right there, we will say. But overall, a very nice look. That's going to contribute to gas mileage being good as well, because not only does it look nice, but the air is going to flow over quite nicely as well. Looking at the front end, you're going to have the nice LED daytime running lights. Obviously, everything else going to be LED here as well. And the Dodge logo right here. Gloss black on the grille. In fact, gloss black basically everywhere. I don't know for sure how well that's going to hold up as far as any damage from rocks and debris goes, because, well, obviously that isn't as durable as it would be if it was matte black or flat black. Also going to have the same thing going on right here with a faux vent. That is not actually an air curtain, so air not going in through that area. Not necessarily a big deal, but you will find that you have some of your sensors here for some of the safety features on the vehicle. We'll work our way around to the Hornet logo here on the front fender. The gloss black mirror caps. We're going to see that we obviously have the turn signal indicators built in right there. I know a lot of you are always asking about that. Going to have the body color on the door handles as well. And like I said, this being the GT model, here's your price, $29,995. Not too bad for what it is. And with the gloss black surround that you're going to find here on the windows, having that nice deep tinted glass in the back, it's going to accentuate that. In fact, it's going to make it look darker than it really is. Under the hood is the turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder. It makes 268 horsepower, 295 pounds-feet of torque. It will come all-wheel drive, and you can see right here, I told you earlier that you have a little bit of airflow here. As far as those vents go, they are actually active. Now, I don't have the information on MPGs right here in front of me, but if I can get that, I will put it on the screen for you. But here's some interesting information for you right here. As far as the top speed goes, 140 miles per hour, 15.3 seconds for the quarter mile, and 6.5 seconds for a 0 to 60 sprint, which is actually not too bad. If you pull up next to, say, a Honda HR-V, well, you won't be sitting there for long if you drop the hammer. And how about cargo capacity? Well, we're looking at 27 cubic feet up to 57.4 cubic feet. And that's obviously going to vary. This is not the hybrid version, so you're going to have more space here. And the floor is movable, so you can actually move this up and down a couple of different ways. That has its advantages. You can see that obviously we have a pass-through built in right there. And so quite a few nice little features. Let's see if we can get that to go back up in place before we move on. And then obviously you have the cargo cover right here. Again, that is removable. You do have a power rear door. So let's see here. Let me push that one more time just so I can show you that in action. And let's take a quick look into the interior and see what we have as far as space goes. In fact, let's just take a look at what we have, period. There's going to be a decent size door bin for this class of SUV. Not too terribly bad. Soft touch materials, and that really is soft. That feels like a, I don't know, medium rare steak, if you know how to use the poke test. But when you put your arm on there, it is good and comfortable. We're going to have the red contrast stitching right here, and also the red with the seats right here. You can kind of see that sporty look that's right there. And I wouldn't call it a conventional size sunroof, that's for sure. There's what you have, a fairly large piece of glass right there as far as that goes. And then we will have the fold down armrest with the cup holders built in right here. And there is a good bit of space back here. The seats are just way back, and plus I have my backpack on, so it's making it kind of hard to show you right now. there are so many people around. I'm kind of having to rush through what we're doing here. But let's hop back out. We'll run over to the passenger side and see what we have over there. Remember how so many people are going to say, you know, if I had that door bin snob in my life, they're going to want the larger door bins than what we have in the rear. Well, that's what you're going to have. They're going to have to call shotgun or grab the remote from you and sit in the driver's seat. But you do have the larger door bin right there. And again, that medium rare feel to the steak. Use the poke test on the armrest. Power seats for the driver and the passenger. The Hornet logo here on the door sill. And let's go ahead and hop on inside and see what the experience is going to be like in here. A very nice look. There is a good bit of gloss black throughout the interior. We're going to have the continuation of that red contrast stitching and a good size glove box. Still waiting to find some gloves in the glove box. And so depending on your trim level, this is where your wireless charging pad will be. You can see all the controls here for the air conditioning vents, a nice large floating style touch screen. Can't really do much with that today as far as showing you what that's going to look like, but from what I understand, we will have one shortly at Hebert's Town and Country down in Shreveport, Louisiana. For those of you who like the traditional style shifters, there you go. You've got your traditional style shifter, nothing push button here. That's not out of the ordinary with Dodge, so that's a good thing. And then you can control your volume right here. There's your parking brake. You can kind of see what's here. It's a little dark in here. I can't really control that today the way I would like to. And the armrest, again, going to be, well, that's going to be closer to feeling like a well-done steak if you use the poke test on it. But it's still comfortable, doubles as an armrest, and the lid for the center console. Even though it looks like a black hole down in there, there is a good bit of space. You can see what the driver is going to see as far as the overall look goes. Again, I wish I could push the button right here and have something come up for you, but we can't do that today. But I promise we're going to give you a better, more in-depth tour here in the near future. But for now, is this the best in class? Tell me what you think about that. How did Dodge do with the all-new Hornet? So, got to say a special thanks to each and every one of you for taking the time to watch today's video and giving me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn about other vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I will see you there.